You- my paper. Yes. 4. Okay. I always forget to record. That's why. I want to tell you guys, I like to have like, I like to encourage as much active participation. We are going to create a flyer, but you're going to give me the subject and what to say, and then you're going to make the decisions on what photos and stuff like that that we choose. So that is your project. See that? Yes. All right. So, and I know you all attended so much of this active learning and stuff. So let's see how well we are as students, because we're the worst. But I'm hoping you are just the best, because it's 1 o'clock and it's after lunch and you should be ready to rock and roll. We'll see though. We'll see. All right. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to start off with, make sure I'm on the right. I'm just gonna share this one. Hang on. Sorry. I thought it was open, but it's not. Oops. It's thinking. My internet has been wonderful today. I hope they didn't jinx it. That's all right. We're just not gonna do that one. We'll do this one. Okay. So I'm gonna share my screen. I wanted to be on a different screen. That's okay. We'll just share it from here. All right. Can you guys see my screen? See my character? Then it says my name. Yes, no, maybe so, kinda. No? You don't see my screen? Do you guys see my screen?
I see it, but could you expand it a little bit, make it bigger?
Yes, I see it.
Oh, what screen are you seeing? Do you see my mouse moving?
Yes.
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 It's the largest it'll go. Is it looking small for you guys?
No, it looks fine.
Okay, okay. Sorry, I just want to make sure. Okay. All right, so I am Andrea Baslassen. I'm an instructor at Frederick Community College. I teach the graphic design and the web design class, so the fun stuff where I get to be very, very visual and out there all day, every day. And so the first thing, my goal today is to show you resources. I, as an instructor, didn't know all the resources that were available to me. So now I'm making my mission to make sure that every time I have this whole list of resources. We're going to focus on the Adobe ones today, but I have a whole list of resources that I compiled together to make sure that I, am putting the word out that these resources exist. Throughout this process, I started studying like Adobe's programs, of course, because that's what I teach, but then I started joining different Adobe groups and stuff like that, and then being asked to speak, and it just grew a relationship from there. I am not an employee of Adobe by any means. I do not get paid from them, but I am someone who can represent the education and community. When you go into those discussion boards and you send a help message, then it's me or someone else who's responding. There's also Facebook groups that I moderate for them as well, and it's me or someone else that's responding. Yes, they get a lot of my free time, but they give me the software stuff free, so I'm okay. I think it kind of balances out. The first resource that I want to tell you about is Adobe Education Exchange. If you're not on the Adobe Education Exchange, you should be. There is so much free resources for teachers, and I'm talking lesson plans, and it's not just on the digital stuff. I hear that all the time. Like, oh, no, it's not. There's science, all sorts of areas, academics, and it goes from grade school all the way up to higher education. There are also different certifications, and when you get those certifications, that's how you move higher up the chain, henceforth to becoming an Adobe education leader or Adobe community professional for your school. Also, I'm also a partner by design. So all of these different roles that they have, and that's what these badges are. So right now I'm on the Adobe Education Exchange. These are some of the courses that I've taken. These aren't all of them, but these are some. Oh, was there a question? Okay, I just want to make sure. If there is, please just throw it out there. These are some of the badges that I've earned. These are the programs that I know. These are some of the activity badges that I got, and you can follow each other. And you have followers. You can put your own like lesson plans and stuff up there. But the really, really cool thing that's come out of this is I go across to different schools, especially grade schools and stuff, and I talk to them about the education exchange. And I mainly science teachers I'll get who are like, oh, I can't make it active. We don't have time to set another. And I sit down with them for a session. They tell me what their, what's on their action plan or whatever. And I actually help them develop something awesome. And they're like, oh, I never thought I could do that. That's so awesome. And so my goal is to bring the creativity out of you who say, I'm not creative, but you are. It lives there. You just don't know it. It's just buried. It's like behind your rib cage or something, but it's there. You're very creative. All right, so this is the Adobe Education Exchange. If we go to, these are the teaching resources. They have pretty much all subjects. And if there's a subject that's up here that you teach and it's not here, you can submit your subject. So, and then that category, if they get enough, it will become another category. So that part's awesome. But as you can see, there's, art, design, humanities, mathematics, science, engineering. They also teamed up with, I can't remember the name of the company right now. It escapes me, but they've been in academia forever. And they've teamed up with them and they're creating more resources, more lessons daily. And then here's the higher education component. You can go in there. This is all free. And I'm talking full lesson plans. And of course, you will take it, you'll modify it, you'll make it work for you, but all free. So the website for this one is edx.adobe.com. Definitely check it out if you get a chance. So these are all the lesson plans and stuff to teachers. There's also professional learning. These are the levels I'm at level 2. They have a level 3. I haven't taken it yet. But if you wanted to, you would just take this course. And it's really, really visual. They actually set it up to where it's an enjoyable course so that anyone can enjoy it. So I just go in and I just take a whole bunch of courses and I love it and I earn badges and I get excited. So, and then one day you get contacted. So it's kind of cool. And then there's a whole community that you can follow. A lot of us know each other because we've gone to different events and stuff. And so lots of people in here. I'm in there. I'm just not up here because they got a whole bunch of points. I only got 13,000. I'm working it. I'm slacker right now. All right, but this is the Adobe Education Exchange. It's the main thing I wanted to tell you about. The next thing that isn't Adobe is Bitmoji. Anybody have a Bitmoji? You guys know about Bitmoji? Okay, so I'll make sure. Nobody has Bitmoji?
No.
All right. Okay, well then, hello. Listen, Bitmoji sits in your browser and it is awesome. So what Bitmoji is, and I know you've seen them, but it's you make your character, right? And it's just all you got to do is type in Google Bitmoji and it comes up. But like you see the ones that are up on my screen now, hopefully they're big enough. Let me see if I can. Nope, I cannot. Okay, I tried to make it bigger, sorry. But it sits in as an extension. And so these are some that I've used with my students. Well done. I give them the thumbs up and they love them. Like they love them when I do the announcements. Like I do the greetings. We were at the end of the quarter, so that's where the finally is. And they finally made it. We had some who were sick, so there's the feel better, but they have an emoji for almost everything. And in education, it is really huge. The okay, not today, wow. Like, so if they do something and they get 100, they know they're getting a wow Bitmoji from me. In fact, I had a student who, I forgot, I was just grading and I was grading them all. And it was the end of the semester and I got a message that said, where's my wow Bitmoji? And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I was like, I was trying to get the grades out. Let me get it. And I went back and I put his wow in there and he was happy. So so they really get a kick out of these. They really love them. They're super excited. So, and they have everything. This stop one, I use that one often too, because if I want them to, like, there's certain things that I'm like, stop. Before you start on this program, I need you to stop. And I need you to do this, that, and the other. And they'll be like, okay, cool. Let me see. Do you put it in your learning management? I do. So, hang on, I'll come back to it. But yeah, so these are the Bitmoji. So yes or no, that means if, hey, did you get to this point? If so, yes, and then there's green. And even in the test, when they finish the test and it comes back to you, if you guys have Blackboard, I'll send them a Bitmoji as well inside of Blackboard. And then the interesting thing is some parts of Blackboard will say, like it'll tell you that you can't put it in there, and I leave the page, refresh it, and then I'm able to put it in there. So I don't know what's going on with that or how that goes, but it's super easy. It works directly in there, and here's how it works. You click on it, and then it's gonna say, hey, right click, so all you gotta do is right click or command click or control click, depending on what system you're in. And then you can just hit save it as an image, which I don't do often because typically if you copy it, you got it in your clipboard and you can just paste it in to Blackboard. But I love it. I love Bitmojis so much. Okay. All right. So then we'll go to Adobe Fonts. Now, a lot of schools have subscriptions to Adobe, and a lot of people won't use it if they don't know it or whatever. But these are some of the things that if you do have that subscription, there are also free fonts as well. But I'm going to show you another resource I forgot to upload. But if you have it, then Adobe Fonts has a lot of fonts, and if you're like, oh, I want to create something that reminds me of this or that reminds me of that, or I want to do race car, I want to do such and such, you can search for it. The other cool thing is if you have a font that you like, but you don't know what that font is, you can drop a picture of that font here and it will tell you what that font is, which is cool. I know a lot of people are looking for that. I'm in a lot of teacher forums and they'll say, hey, what is this font? I want to use it for my class. And I'm like, oh, drop it in here. And they're like, oh, okay, and they got the font. So it's pretty cool. But these are the fonts. There's also lessons here, like Behance and stuff like that. We'll get to Behance in a second. Let me show you another resource though, that I forgot to post up. This one isn't Adobe, but it is Google Fonts. Anybody know about Google Fonts? Okay, cool. All right, so Google Fonts. This one, bring this over here because I'm going over it. All right, this one is absolutely free. You can use this whether you have a subscription or not. Screen readers. Yeah, so there is a font that you have alt text with Bitmoji. Yeah, but you can put alt text inside of Blackboard. I only know Blackboard because that's the only system I have, but you can put that alt text in. In fact, it'll give you that red little logo thing that says, and then you click on it and it tells you that you don't have alt text in there, and you just click on it and you put the alt text in. Yeah. So, but all I can tell you about is, Blackboard. Accessibility of non-standard fonts and screen readers. I'm not sure. I thought Blackboard will give you a warning. I'm not sure. I know I got hit with a warning once on the font, but yeah, I'm not sure. And Blackboard, I can't. What did I get hit for? No, I got hit because I put in an image of the font, and that had to do with alt text. So I'm not sure. So that's the only way I can.
In Blackboard, it's an add-on, I think, that we have at FCC that does that. I don't think it's part of Blackboard Direct.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you. Does that answer your question, Nancy?
Yes, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. And I do know that if you look up, what is that font? There's a font for dyslexia, which is awesome. I think Adobe has that font as well in their collection, but there is a dyslexia font. I'm dyslexic and I'm not quite sure how much easier the font made it, but the font exists. So I haven't done a lot of study and research on that font, but that is there if you have a student that, or if you want to try it, it's out there. Like I wouldn't use this one. It's cute though, but I wouldn't use it. All right, so that's Adobe Fonts. Sorry, that's Google Fonts, and then this is Adobe Fonts, and then Another resource that is available to you, absolutely free, whether you have an Adobe account or not, is Portfolio. And you're gonna notice a theme. So to go to Adobe Fonts, it's fonts.adobe.com. To go to Portfolio, it's portfolio.adobe.com. To go to Color, it's color.adobe.com. So if you ever forget, one, you got Google. But if you want to type it in, you can just type it in yourself. Adobe Portfolio is awesome. So this site is for if you want to put a portfolio up, or if you have an assignment for your students and you want them to put some type of portfolio up, they can put it together, and it's all housed on Adobe servers. They don't have to worry about paying for web space and stuff like that. So, and it's really, really nice. There's some nice portfolios. Of course, they're templates, right? So they don't have a whole bunch of control over it, but what you get for it, I think it's pretty awesome. So this is Adobe Portfolio. And the other cool thing is for my students, for my the visual side, my goal in this is that when they leave FCC or wherever, when they leave their school, that they have something, if they, that they're job ready, right? That they have something to that is ready to give to an employer. Because the first thing that is asked for, especially lately, I said on a lot of hiring panels, is do you have a link to your portfolio? And when you're like, no, I gotta get to it, I haven't had time, you're not the one that's going to be chosen. So this right here will set them up, and it's good for other areas too. I have someone in science who is using this as well, and with his students, and there's just these really awesome pictures. And so definitely a great advantage to use. Then here's Adobe Color. If you're one of those people who have a hard time with color, a hard time matching colors together, yes, yeah, exactly. And the digital portfolio, yep, it is awesome. Adobe Color is awesome. It's color.adobe.com. Cool thing about this one is when you talk accessibilities, it was added to make sure that your colors are straight. So we have the color wheel, which is going to give you monochromatic, triad, complementary, all the colors. You can also extract a theme. We'll see an example of this in a moment, but that's where you put a photo in, and then you have it extract the colors out for you to use. So you have that option as well. Gradient, same thing. And then their accessibility tools. So they have tools so that you can check against contrast, colorblind, what does this look like, stuff like that. So it is here, it is there for you. You can definitely check it. It's going to give you a grade. Right now that's not a good grade, so it's going to give you a grade for it as well. And then if we go up to the top, we have create, which is where we are now, where you're creating the color that you want. You can go over here to explore. This is other people just like you and me who have, and you can do this too. If you're like, I just made this awesome color panel. This is so awesome. Where you have your students make an awesome color panel. It's right here. This is everybody's work. Like I said, it could be you or me. There's no specialists who are in here, but everybody can contribute their work and it'll show up, and that's cool. But this is what I was talking about, extract. All the ones where you see the photos, these were created from a photo. So it's pretty cool, pretty cool. It's just amazing. Look at that, look at that. This one right here, that's so beautiful. All right, so you can extract the color. Also, if you're looking at trends, like I am in love with Pantone's color trends every year. This year, Pantone and Adobe are severing ways soon, but I just love their color trends. See, yep, it's already happening. Let's see. Yep, because Pantone's usually up front and it's not. So they are dissolving their relationship that's been there forever. I don't know what happened, but I love Pantone colors. So what they have now are the ones that are extracted, but this is fashion, just different fashion, different graphic design, so different categories. You can look at the colors and go from there. And then there are libraries. So what libraries are, they're awesome. Now, you don't see anything in mine because I'm on the free side. I just created this account yesterday. And the reason I did that is because I wanted to have the same limitations that someone who's on a free account would have versus teaching you stuff that you don't have access to. And then it's like, oh, I couldn't do that. And I'm like, oh, and then I don't feel good about that, right? So these are libraries. These are where all your libraries will be housed. So if you were to save a color theme, and you'll see inside of when we get to Adobe Creative Cloud Express, what that looks like. This is Behance. This, my students, I get so much really, really good feedback about this. So what Behance is a social media platform for visuals. So it can be, you took a photograph and you really liked your photograph and you want to put it up here and you want people to like it. Those are the likes. Those are how many views that you get. And it also works off of the hashtag, you know what I mean? Like if you hashtag photography, then it's going to go into the photography hashtag where it have more visuals, you know, people eyes on it than if you didn't put one in there. But these are people's work. These are ones that make the top of Adobe. I made the top of Adobe twice, which was cool. But that's what this is, and it's awesome. So like if this was a student, this would be how like their work shows when you click on it and you can see like their whole process. You can write out their process. I wonder if, let me see. I haven't had luck. I don't feel like their system is the greatest for this, but let's see. Oh, it is. Okay, cool. So this is some of my student work. So what happens is we play Photoshop tennis back and forth. And so the way I do this is I'll start off the Photoshop tennis, and then I'll bounce it back. And I have a demo in here showing them the whole process that I went through to put all of these images together to make one image. Then, and that's the video. And then the students submit their work, and then we have a game playing back and forth. So this is the link to, and you can link to different areas. This is the link to my 2021 class, I think. And this is what we came up with. So I talk about the assignment, what it is. So this is what it would look like. And you guys can create this, which is awesome. But this is what it will look like. And they love it. I can say, you know, what the assignment was, information about the assignment. I can put links in there. I can talk about like what we, you know, how it's supposed to look in Blackboard when they upload their file to Blackboard. I can talk about, you know, just pretty much anything. I can showcase their work. And that's what I did. I pretty much showcased what they did, the differences and stuff like that that they've done. And they were incredible, you know, and I talked about like, I'll put their process, what they turn in, because they have to do a process, they have to do research, they have to tell me information on every project. And they come out and they create this amazing stuff, you know. So and it's just back and forth. I bounce it to them, they bounce it to whoever bounces it to whoever, and it's a fun project that they go back and forth in, and the discussion boards are hot as a result, because they have to talk to each other and stuff, and I just grab stuff from the discussion board that they say and piece this together, and it's super easy. It takes a few minutes. So now we're at the, okay, so we're at Adobe Creative Cloud Express, and to get here, it is just adobe.com/express. Now this used to be Spark, so if you were one of the people who remember Spark, when I signed up to teach this, it was called Spark, but it has a major change, and so now it is Express. You guys know how that happens overnight, so that's what happened. All right, so this is Adobe Creative Cloud Express. Typically, so when you get here, you create a new project, and this is the free side. So when I say it's the free side, you don't have to have any association, anything. You go here, you make an account, you are right where I am. So you have all of everything available. When I tell you, they don't know who I am on this account. I made it yesterday. So I am at same limitations that anyone would be. So this is free. So we create today, that's what we're able to create. All right, so when you get here, and the cool thing about this, if you can click a plus sign, you can create a Spark, or you can create an Express. I really got to figure out something cute to say with that, because I love Spark. All right, quick actions that you can take. These are how you create your new project. You can also start from templates, but as soon as you get in here, you can also start from templates as well. So if you know that your purpose is an Instagram story, Instagram post, trending backgrounds, whatever, you have those options there to you. And it's awesome. They also have this new logo maker, which is pretty cool. Students love this as well. My students can't use this until we get past Illustrator, because I need to know they know how to do an Illustrator first. But once we get past that, I show them this, and they're always like, we could have, and I'm like, yeah, but then you wouldn't have learned how to do it. So here you go. So It used to be Spark. I see your question, Kate. Express is what was Adobe Spark. But yes, if you think about it in those terms, it is the limited version of the regular Creative Cloud where you have Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, the professional programs. This is more of their mobile / Express programs combined into a different cloud called Express, and all in one place. But on the paid version, you also get Premiere Rush and you get Photoshop Express in with it. Yay, Sarah, that's awesome. Thank you. Okay, I'm not gonna get so excited. I just can't help myself, but I did. All right, so all right, so I'm gonna go back up and I'm gonna go to Instagram because that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do Instagram posts. I'm gonna click on it. And remember, the cool thing about this is if you can hit a plus sign, you can create. That's it. That's it. That's all it takes for creativity. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I'm telling you, that's it. All right, so I'm gonna click on the plus sign. And then what we're gonna see is the cool thing about this, like it's telling me to get started with a template, but the cool thing about this is it starts off ready for you. That's the whole purpose of this, was to make a ready for people who think they're not creative, for people who are on the run, to make it to where they are creative. And there's a whole nother community. Of course, I don't have it up. There's a whole nother community I'm gonna show you on Facebook. Please remind me, don't let me forget, on Facebook that you can join. I moderate that as well. But the cool thing about that is you can put your work up. You got everybody putting their work up. People who are just starting this program for the first time are putting their work up. And we just give them advice, or my motto is, if you don't ask me for advice, I'm not really going to give it to you unless something is just really I need to tell you. But I will comment on your work, whether I like your color, whether I like your theme, whether I like your picture, whether I like whatever. But because I feel like if you didn't ask for it, no, I'm not telling you. But I will tell you. Like I will, like if it's something that really needs to be known, I'll tell you. All right, so this started off with a template. I think I clicked it while I was talking. I didn't want to start off with a template, but that's okay. I can delete it if I want. Yeah. I don't even know what size that is. Hang on. Go away. Yeah, let me delete. Okay. So it's gonna be a different size than I'm used to, which is fine. It just means I won't post it to Instagram. All right, so we're in here. This is our canvas right here. So this is pretty much everything. And when I tell you, it's super simple. There's your left side, there's your right side. That's pretty much it. And then when you're ready to export, you have it up here. So right here, we have our tools or our assets that we can use. Over here, we have our properties. It's context sensitive, just like Microsoft Word, where whatever you select, this menu is going to show it over here. Too easy, right? So I'm going to go, and I always start off with a photo. So I'm going to start off with a photo. But what I need from you guys before I do this is a topic. So yesterday it was criminal justice. I've never had that topic before, but we made something. So what topic I got? What you got for me? What are we gonna make? Just throw it out there. It can be in text, it can be voice. You just up business communications. Boom, too easy. Okay. I mean, not that it's easy, but thank you. All right. So what I'm gonna do is, first it says photos. So we have options. I can either search Adobe stock for photos, or I can upload a photo. I'm gonna search Adobe stock for photos. So Adobe stock has free photos for you. You just have to know which photos you can use. So I'm gonna say business. I always start off with the whole word first, see if they have something, and if they don't, they don't. All right, do you see a picture that you like? Tell me. You can just say stop. Now, here's the deal. If it has that crown on it, we can't use it because that's for the paid version. But if you don't see a crown, tell me. Do you see one?
Handshaking.
Handshaking. I knew you were gonna pick that one.
Yes, handshaking.
Okay, awesome. All right, so we got the handshaking. Sweet. All right, so you saw I just clicked it. That picture came up. Let me show you what happens if I click one that is that I can't use. Let me just click this one. It's just gonna tell me, hey, you know, blah, 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 blah. So I like to make sure you guys know that. I've had several people in the forums like, I can't use it. And I'm like, oh, no. That's because that one has the crown. You know, you can't use it. Oh, okay. So, all right. So I'm gonna do handshaking. Let me see what I wanna do. And all I'm doing, remember, it's got the corners. All you got to do is grab a corner. It's just like PowerPoint. It really is pretty cool. All right, I'm going to, let's see, for now, we'll put it there. All right, so now we are going to grab another photo. This photo is just going to be for the background, like maybe what type of background? I could search technology. Let's see. Okay, you guys see any? I'm just looking for it for the background. So if you see something, stop me. That one was kind of okay. It's going.
That blue background top left is cool.
Yeah,
Right here?
The one, two below it.
two below. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Yep, perfect. I like it. All right, so I'm going to, so now I have this background that's sitting here. I'm gonna select it so I can see what options I have over here. Oh my goodness, that is John Hopkins. I thought I'd turn it off. Hang on 1 second. I am in airplane mode. I don't know. Okay, all right, let me put it to sleep. There we go, sorry about that. Okay. All right, sweet. Sorry about that. All right, so one thing I'm going to do, which is kind of cool, is I'm going to add this to the background. So right now it's what's called a free floating image. But if I click on this little, see these options I got, that's because it's selected. You got to select it to affect it. Remember that? Ooh, what? I'm a rapper. I'm just undiscovered. All right, so I'm going to select this and I'm going to click on add to background. And then what it's going to do is make it large enough to where it makes the background. Now, maybe a little bit too strong, possibly. One of the things I might also do, and this is just so that I can show you this really, well, you know what? I'm gonna click on this one and I'm going to go to, we have other options which are like blend mode. So I always try to see how the blend modes are gonna work. And what blend modes do is they blend the photo on top with the photo below it, looking at the color and the light and all that fun stuff. I won't get into the science, but that's what it's looking at. So right here, these are the blend modes. We only get 3 with this version. Those of you who know Illustrator and Photoshop know that we get several with that version, but we get multiply and screen, and it's built off of that same engine. So I'm gonna click on multiply. And so what multiply is gonna do is gonna look at the lighter areas of the photo and show the darker areas. So it's too strong for what we want. And then what screen's gonna do the reverse. It's gonna look at the darker areas of the photo and sort of blend those in with the background. So I just wanted to show you what it does, just so you know. I'm gonna go back to normal, but I just want to show you that. All right, so another tool that's here for us, I just selected the photo. So now I have this option, it's called remove background. Cool thing about this, you click it and then wait for it. And then what? Did you see that? Did you see it happen right in front of you? Because I saw it right there, right? So it just took the background out. Now, is it perfect? No. But the fact that it does that in this program, I think is pretty awesome. Now, you do have other options as well, like you can restore, you can get the brush, but it's kind of clunky. That's right. You cannot do it in this version. I forgot. I see that crown. See that crown? I just messed myself up looking at the crown. All right. But in other versions, you could paint these areas back in if you want, or, you know, I'm not worried about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the check mark. And I'm going to just work this out by making the picture longer than the area. That's right. They're sneaky tactics and I'm going for it. And I don't feel bad about it. All right. So now I have this background. The background is pretty strong. So I need to take up that and give it some transparency. So what I'm going to do is select this. And then I'm going, well, there's several options. I forgot. I keep going to transparency, but we also have the blur option, where we can turn blur on. And then we have this option over here where we can increase, you guys see that, the amount of blur that we get. So you have a lot of options when you're you know, dealing with the photo. So I'm gonna say we wanna keep some of the texture, but just maybe not as strong. So I'm gonna say that looks good for now, but we have other options as well. You also have enhancements that you can turn on. If I were to click that, where you can mess with the contrast, my photographers are loving this part of the contrast, the brightness, the saturation, highlight, shadow, warmth, all that fun stuff, if you want to. You also have filters that you can turn on, and then you can change it by dual toning and different colors and stuff like that. You have those options down here if you want to play with those. So you do have options if you want to lighten it up or whatever. But what do we want to do, guys? Do we want to lighten it up? What do we want to do? Thank you, Teresa. I think it is too. And Carla, yes. Amy, the explanation point. Okay, so what should we do? Should we lighten it up? Should we use one of these dual tones, or should we go back to the way it was blue? Something exciting is what we want. Yeah, right. We can do it. What do we want? We want to, let's see, you tell me. It's your project. What I am is I'm just a driver. You know what I mean? I'm driving your vision. Oh, you want me to choose? See, what if I chose to drive in an area I didn't know though? Like, what if we were in the land of the unknown? Just saying. I will choose purple orange. Okay, purple orange. Thank you. Let me see where we at. Right here. All right, that one. Okay. All right. So we got our purple orange color. We got our photo set. Let me look. And we are okay. We're good. And then so the next thing that we can do is we're gonna bring in some text. And the cool thing about this, I mean, go big. I did go big. All right. Next thing we're gonna do is we got some text. And the cool thing is we're also given this text is already set up. So if you're one of those people and you're like, I don't really know how to set text, I'm not really good with typography, look at this. You don't have to be. It's right there for you. And this isn't even just the end. It's like an infomercial. But wait, there's more. See that? And click on that. And then we get more options that are right there for us. Super cool. So I'm going to go back out of that one. And I'm going to choose business. Let me see. Something that's business. This reminds me of business a little bit. What do you guys see? If you see something, let me know. We can use it. And if you already saw something in text and you were like, oh, that would be good, let me know. Remember, it can't be yours if it's mine. See, that makes sense. Yeah, I like that. I rhymed that. What's something else? Breaking news. Okay. Okay, boom. Yep, perfect. I'm going with the first thing you tell me. Okay, so breaking news. And so now, if I have to select it, and now I get the options. I can edit my text over here. So if you remember, your middle area is where you're placing stuff on a board, and over here to the right is where you're making the changes. All right, so breaking news. We're gonna say business. What did we say? What was this? Business. Why'd I forget? I forgot. What was this? Business communication. Thank you. See, you guys got to see it. All right, business communications. Okay, so, and we can also play with the alignment. I actually like the left, right, but we'll see how it goes. We can also play with the color. If you're like, I'm not really liking that color. I'm not liking where it's set. I'm not liking whatever. You're not committed to it. So we can change the font. I kind of like this font, but we can change the font. I think I'm gonna keep it here since that was the one that was chosen, but we can change the color. And the cool thing is, here's where the coolness also happens. It's not gonna look good on this one because it's a dark background, but I still wanna show you. If you see a color inside of your photo that you wanna use, you can either choose one of these colors, you can choose one of these colors, or you can choose this eyedropper. Check what happens. I'm gonna click it, and then I can go over into the photo, and I can choose one of the colors. See how the wheel is changing? As I move around, I can change one of the colors that are in the photo anywhere it is. So if I wanted something lighter, but I wanted it to be not just the standard white, I wanted it to be something within the photo, I can click that and I change it to match what's in that photo, which I just love. All right, so I'm gonna, oh, and then also down here, this is our layers where you see this +10 telling me I have 10 layers. If I click it, then it's showing me the layers that I have. Now there is a delay. I'm not quite sure why, but that's okay. Usually it'll show you a photo of what it is, what's on your screen, but I can just click and click different areas and it'll highlight. Nope, there's a delay. Not sure if there's a browser delay. So there's a browser delay. So let me see. I always know FCC when I hear that sound. I'm like, oh, student mail. I'm so conditioned. But usually it'll select that. I don't know what's going on right now. That's okay. All right. So I have business communications. There's other options we have as far as alignment. I can click over here and I have, you've seen this in Word, the left, the center, the right. But then right here, these are called the magic alignments, which are cool. Black arrow at the top. Yeah, the issue is it's not selecting. I'll try that, but it's not selecting one of those layers. I had this issue yesterday. I'm not sure if it's my internet, it could be. But you have these options. We can curve the text. We can semicircle the text, under circle. You can do grid style. So you have some really, really cool options of what you can do. You can also do magic. That's my favorite. So I did that one last. You can rotate the text. You can do a drop cap text if you wanted to, and then you would just hit enter to get the other line. Or you can do magic, and what magic's gonna do is make it all fit the same. So that's kind of cool. So we got business communications. Let's say we wanted to add an icon, some type of icon. Let me choose business real quick. And then I'm not quite sure, maybe if you guys see one, tell me. If not, I'm just gonna select something. Let's see. Maybe the cogs. Okay, so maybe I'll put this. And so maybe we're advertising our course, or maybe we're making a book cover for the course, because you can make book covers as well. So I'm going to select this. I'm going to click on, and I'm going to choose a color. Maybe I'm going to choose her gold. This little. No. Oh no. What do you guys think? I'm going to add some more text down here though. First, this is Babus. Okay. So I'm going to add some more text. Maybe what's something catchy for the book? Is it? Hold on. Oh, sorry. Hang on. Okay, and that made it worse. Hang on. There we go. Okay, thanks. Thank you. Who was that? Sarah. Thank you. All right. So yeah, I encourage, definitely tell me. Yes, absolutely. I have no problem with that. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and add some text at the bottom. What type of text do you guys would you say? Like what type of saying for business communications? Like anything catchy? I'm definitely gonna take the style off of it though. Anything catchy? Working from home. Okay, I like that. We're gonna go for it. Okay. All right, working from home. Okay, bring this down here. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller. Maybe here. Okay, so working from home, I'm gonna take the shape off of it. So I'm gonna go to this little over here where it says effect. So I just selected it, and it had a red squiggly underline. Oh, you mean for spelling? Yeah, it might have. I missed it though. That's not surprising. All right, so working from home, and then I think I like it's okay. Actually, I almost want these off of this. Let me just see something. Business communications. Let's see. So you can still modify it, even though we use the little icon or template. You can still modify it. You can play around with this. I would definitely play around with this a lot more. And then you can add other assets too. So like if you wanted to add, let me go to icon, like a line. Okay, we're at time. Okay, so I'm gonna add a line to this. That way I can make my own lines. I would maybe something like, something like this. Okay. Make something like this. Make sure I have it selected. And I'm gonna turn it. I don't want anything. Okay, I might just turn it, might change that color to the color that we've been using. And I might see how that looks. Make sure it's centered. There we go. And then I might add dots, I might just play around with it. So there's definitely a lot more play I would do, but the goal is to see how quick you can create and put things together with just a matter of seconds, and it's free. Now to export this, you can either download it, and once you download it, you can download it as a JPEG, as a PNG, or as a PDF. PDF used to be in beta. I just noticed it's not in beta mode anymore. Sweet. Okay. All right. So a PNG or a JPEG, I download PNG. And then if I wanted to, do any of you guys have an Adobe account by any chance? You do? What's your Adobe address? I'm gonna demonstrate this real quick. So if I wanted to share, so with your students, if you want to collaborate, like maybe have them work on a project together, you know, a group project, you can have them, they can collaborate right inside of here, back and forth. When we do Photoshop tennis, we are bouncing it back and forth to each other. So that part right there to me is just amazing. So as soon as I get the address, I'm gonna put that in there and you'll see.
I think
Let's see. Oh, can you not copy? That's okay, I'll type it. You just you gotta watch me though, because I will.
I put the wrong one in. You can see if it works.
Okay. Did I spell it right? Let's see. KMONOZO MontgomeryCollege.com. Okay, try this. Let's see. All right, so I just sent her an invite to edit, and then you'll notice up here, instead of the plus sign, it changed into an icon with the two people. So your students will be able to, oh, it's your full name. Did you get it? I can add that person. I can add you too. Let me see. The address had an extra O. Mine did, the one that I did.
It looked like it did.
Oh, see, I tell you, you gotta catch me. I know. I kid you not. Like I teach web, and I have to write a lot of code on the screen, and I'm always like, all right, guys, it's gonna be written backward. It's just gonna happen. I'm gonna get that out of the way right now. Let me know if it is, and they will, because I transpose.
Where does
hate
it
when
show
people
up?
watch me
Do I
type.
get an email, or I get a notice on my Creative Cloud?
You'll get both. Oh, that's how
Okay.
many do. Yeah, you'll get both. You'll get an email, and you'll get, if you go in your Creative Cloud, you'll get a.
Mhm.
You see it?
I got it.
Okay. So she can make changes real quick. So make something, and she'll make changes real quick, and she'll send it back to me, and I can open it up. So that type of communication. Oh, thank you, thank you. You're so sweet. You actually sent it private, so no one saw me and my big misspelling mishap. I appreciate you. But I tell them all the time, I'm like, all right, let me know if because I transpose all the time, numbers and letters. So I'm
So it's
surprised.
saying another user is currently editing. Can we not edit
Oh.
at the same time?
No, and that's a good thing. I remember that. That's so that I don't mess up your work and you don't mess up my work. So go ahead. You should be able to now. But while that's happening, another thing is I have a YouTube channel, and I make videos on how. So when people ask questions in the forums, this is how I'm able to do it, because I'm not paid by Adobe. I actually get to house my videos on my site, which is awesome. So, but I make, and even my students, I have my videos for them up here as well, of any other projects and stuff. So if you guys want to check it out, you can. And you'll see the projects and assignments that I give them as well. So thank you so much for coming to my TED Talk. So you could have been anywhere else in the world, but you came and you hung out with me. So I appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks for the awesome comments. Thank you so much. Awesome. And if you guys want to keep in touch and tell me, if you used anything, that'd be awesome. I love it. I love it.
So I teach genetics, and they will do a pick a disease and kind of like make a pamphlet at the end. And I think this would be good because they all do like Google Slides or PowerPoint, and so they get all in the wrong format, or just different sizes and stuff. Could I like print, like if the goal was to make a handout, could I like print off of this then? Like,
yeah, so I'll open it as soon as you're done. Yeah, you can.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, you can print it out. They're printing booklets. I have not print a booklet from here, but in the forums, people are doing this is their job. So they're making books and using it. And I was like, wow, that's awesome. For your Bitmoji account. I don't know. I guess I would check with your school. My email for my Bitmoji this is a Gmail account. It's happyteach@gmail. I just find it easier to use that. And as long as I open Blackboard or whatever on this side, then the Bitmoji that I copy, I'm just copying and pasting it in. So there is no crossing of the platforms, because I'm just copying and pasting it. So I'm not sure. Mine is my personal account. I haven't used it with my school email. I don't even know if it allows. Our school email is very strict. We can't do a lot of things outside, which is good, so I'm not sure. That's my answer. I'm sorry.
I got a quick question if you have a second.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I'm curious, I'm computer science at FCC, so I was curious if you do any web page development on your end where you actually do something like the tennis, where they change a web page, something of that nature.
So we haven't, and we thought we had an answer because we use W3 Schools. That's who we use as our textbook, and I thought we had an answer even for them to put their websites up, but it's so limiting that you can't do any more than like 20 images or something like that. Like this is where we go. And I actually did a video, actually one of my most watched videos on YouTube right now, is the video that I did because I was so excited about W3 Schools allowing websites. See where it says this new? So you can put a website up on W3 Schools and it is awesome, but you're limited. You're limited in space unless you get a paid account. But the fact that we can do this though, either way is still quite amazing. And I wanted to do where I was gonna make an account and have them go back and forth, on changing it, but we can't. But we do it with tennis. Because when they build the interface of their webpage, they're using Photoshop, since Photoshop is pixel to pixel. So they can use Photoshop and go back and forth in tennis and then create the website, the webpage, at least the homepage of it. So
have you ever used something like GitHub?
No, I haven't. Not with the school, no. But
okay, I was just curious because that's one of the things I was thinking of doing is something like this through GitHub, where the students have a GitHub account and then they put their code, in this case, it could be a web page or whatever, out to GitHub, and others can come in and make modifications to it. So it's something I've been considering. I'll email you offline. Like I said, I'm at FCC too, so I'll just try and get in touch with you then. Thank you.
Yes, please. That would be awesome. Yeah. I'm always looking to, especially with the web level 2 students. Right now we have really cool projects, but I'm always looking to do something else. New technology comes in. Look, I will start it this semester, so definitely, please let me know. That'd be cool.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Write his name down, Francis. Did you get it? Did you, Stephanie? Okay. Does anybody else have any other questions? Are you guys just hanging out to see the result?
I'm just happy to see another art person at AFACT because I feel like not very many of us show up. So,
No, we don't.
so I wish we would. I've tried to run art sessions before and then there would be like 2 people and it was just, so this was really smart to do one that would apply, that's art based, but apply to a lot of people. You know,
Yeah.
like including but not limited to art classes.
Yeah,
So very cool.
I find that to be the hardest part. Like it really is. It's like, ooh, because like for a long time I wouldn't like, it would be like, oh, do you want to speak here? And I'm like, I don't really, there's nothing like, what do I have to, to offer or whatever, And I went to the MCAPD, I can't, all these acronyms, but I went to one of those conferences and the lady was doing it off of like rocks or something like that. And she had these unique rocks and this and another. And I said, oh, you just connected. I said, okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna,
Make it all work.
Yes, and it did. So that's awesome. Thank you. Where are you?
I'm at Hartford Community College.
Okay. I was hoping you were at FCC. Cool.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Okay. No, that's fine.
I like Frederick.
Yes. No, I understand. I forgot to tell everybody. I'm gonna put my contact information in our group. Is that a group? I don't know, but in the class session where we comment.
Okay, cool.
So hopefully I hear from you. That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
love to like, yes, online collabs. Oh, I love them. So,
Have you been to the Fate? Are you part of the Fate conference ever?
I haven't.
Yeah, it's I might write. Sometimes we have smaller, like little groups of art teachers around. Art professors around Maryland. So like, if you're interested in that,
I am.
invite you to the next one. Okay,
Please.
sweet.
Yes.
I will. I'll get your name for that.
Okay.
Cool.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Anyway, very, very nice. I guess. Yeah,
Thank you.
I'll be in touch. All right.
Yes. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.
Awesome. Bye.
Bye-bye. Anyone else? Stephanie, did you get it to work? Oh, nope, she's gone. Okay, cool. Anybody else have any questions or? All right, well, thank you guys for coming again. I'm gonna go ahead and exit out and I appreciate it. Hopefully we do it again next year. That'd be cool. Maybe in person.
Thank you. Great session.
Thank you so much. Awesome.